All right, all right, all right. Hey, that takes some talent. I could never beatbox. I never could really even rap either, I gotta admit it. That's why I appreciate that talent even more. I definitely appreciate the talent between both of the teams hitting the court right about now. Liman, they look unbeatable. Man, here in Mexico City, and don't forget, Liman won here in Mexico City in 2017. They come into the quarterfinals 2-0. 21-11 beatdown over Sao Paulo, D.C. Then they beat up on Edmonton 21-12, who we just saw their tournament come to an end. There's Mihailo Vasic leading the crew out with Mr. Robot. Good to have him back, man. Stefan Stojicic, joined by Maxim Kovacevic and Stefan Koyets. Team Liman looking for their 6th Masters win. Their 2nd here in Mexico City. Meeting up against Princeton for the 10th time, believe it or not. These teams have met 9 times. Guess who owns the edge? Liman, 7-2. But here's this Princeton squad. Zaire Carrington, Lehigh's finest, used to be teammates with C.J. McCollum of the Portland Trailblazers. Y'all remember him. Y'all know. They got Damon Huffman, Craig Moore, and former Minnesota Timberwolf and Purdue great Robbie Hummel. So primarily these two teams have met at the challenger level. Liman with wins at Huian, the Lignano quarterfinal, also the Hyderabad Masters, Beijing. The couple of wins that that Princeton has been able to get have been in the final of that Huian 2018 Challenger and the Vieques quarterfinal 2018. But primarily this has been all Liman. There's Robbie Hummel, tied for the lead, 18 points out of pool play. He is a beast. He's got that NBA pedigree. Again, played 98 games with the Minnesota Timberwolves. Just you know how dudes say, Google me. Yeah, Google him. You'll learn that he's one of the greats to ever play at Purdue, one of the greats to play in Big Ten history. He's coming off an MVP campaign at the World Cup. And he's all business like the front of the plane so far here in Mexico City. Will he have enough? Will he have what it takes to get past this Liman team who look focused, man? Yeah, they look ready to roll. Princeton, they beat Mexico City. It was a tough Mexico City team. And then they lost to Amsterdam. They gave up a 3-point lead late. Let's see if they learn their lesson and apply it here in this quarterfinal. So we've entered the second half of the bracket. Want to thank our official suppliers, Inleo, Skelder Sports. New court this year. Oh, Huffman going to the spin move, but he didn't have enough on it. Quates to Vasquez. Kovacevic, FaceTime. He can taste the leather. It's 2-0. Hummel trying to give Quates some FaceTime, but he had no connection. Got to try again. Liman with the early advantage. Carrington, guarding Vasquez. Mihailo to Mr. Robot. Back to Vasquez. He spins, but he left the rock. And a foul helped him do so. So Kovacevic will start with it, top of the key. Mr. Robot coming in with 10 points to his name out of pool play. He gives it to Quates. Quates right back. That's perfection right there. That's chemistry. That's guys who are very comfortable on the court as Huffman comfortably gets to the rack and finishes it. Quates was that a little contact there? Forced the shot and still cashed it. $5-1, Liman out front. Look again. He hit one like this yesterday. I don't know if that He makes it look like his contact is actually contact. But that was a good sale. He sold me. I bought it hook, line, and sinker. So far, so good for the Serbians. As Hummel will step up and shoot. Robbie quickly has become one of the best players in 3x3 in just over a year. So he gives Princeton their second point, but it's answered. Vasquez. There's Huff, gone with the win. 6-3, offensive foul. The aggressive call from ref Angel Martinez. You don't want to be in his radius when he's making a call. You might catch a punch. A flailing limb. Z. But the D from Stojicic, Mr. Robot. Oh my goodness. He just locked Carrington up. Solid post D. And then he lets it fly. Missed it. That foul called on Liman. 6-3 game. Oh, yeah. Vossi's trying to keep it alive over the back. Hummel trying to come clear after the screen. I'm not sure that's exactly how they drew it up, but it worked out. Kovacevic going up top. Misses. Hummel snatches the board. Robbie decides to dump it down to Carrington. Carrington gets it back. Nice passing. Hot potato leads to the bucket, and then Z swats it. Some good awareness there to get a hand up on that 2 attempt. And that's with him being a little bit gassed, you see. Now, Mr. Robot, first Masters this year. Again, he was out all summer with a calf injury, rehabbing in Shanghai, and moved to China as Liman quit their regular their day-to-day jobs to focus fully on 3x3. You better focus on Craig Moore. He's wetty. He splashes the 2. Moore was wet yesterday too. He had 6 double dips on the day. Speaking of double dips, there's a couple for Vasquez. And Moore, step back, have some more of that. He puts that in the windows of Vasquez's soul. As it's 9-8, make that 9 up. 2 pieces, the great equalizer. I was talking about Craig Moore and his shooting. He was 5 of 9 from beyond the arc yesterday, 10 points for him. Talking about Googling dudes. Look up Craig Moore from his days at Northwestern. So better than a 47% three-point shooter in college basketball USA. But we call him two pieces here in 3x3. But his senior year, he shot it 47%, which is ridiculous. And you know, shooters never really lose that touch. And he got the Midas touch so far for Princeton so far in this one. Huff. Oh, lost his handle on the rock. 6.5 to play in a 9-9 game. And we'll go stoppage and play. I think they want to make sure that the score is correct, scoreboard is correct, and the shot clock is correct. And also the foul situation. So it should be 5 fouls, I believe. Well, yeah, 5 fouls on Liman. instead of 6. So they got one more to give. Not in a penalty as of yet. Oh, Coates. Look at the harassment from Hummel. Human Resources couldn't save him. Oh, but Coates still splashed him right in the face. Wake-up call. Great balance from Carrington. Steps through and gets the crib to go. So they trade buckets. 11-10 it is with 6:08. Liman with a step in front of Princeton. 10th meeting between the two. Oh, Vasquez. He lost Carrington initially, but Carrington with the recovery. Oh, and then Vasquez. He's going to get hit with a technical here. He's having some spirited words with Ref Vlad. So he apparently wanted a foul. And instead, he gets hit with a technical and will put Hummel on the free throw line, averaging 9 a game. And there's Hummel getting that thing to go down. Now Huffman couldn't make good on the possession after the technical free throw. 11 all. Coates, pull up, bottoms, 13-11, Liman in front. Talk about shootout contest winners. I think Coates won one here in Mexico City as well, as Hummel gets to the rack. And Vasquez gives Liman a 2-point advantage. Craig Moore, little heat check for him. Well, after the miss, approaching the midway mark, Coates comfortable, stepping in with the stroke. And then Hummel, no challenges at the rim for him. Vasquez regained his composure a little bit after losing his cool earlier. But hey, again, we got a $30,000 championship game coming up today. So the intensity is going to be at an all-time high. These guys are playing for a bag, trying to put themselves in position to fatten the wallet, but also put themselves in a position to compete at the World Tour Final, where $50,000 will be at stake for the championship game. As Kovacevic could not find the mark. Instead, he airmails it out of bounds back over to Princeton. Good combination of brains and brawn. I don't care what the jersey name says. Hummel, he misses. Tom Hummel gives it up to Huffman. Little weave action. Foul on the floor, though. Yep, Kovacevic. He will put Huffman on the free throw line. Huffman's first of 2 is a no-go. See if Huff can get the second one to go. And he doesn't capitalize on either one of them. As Mr. Robot, he's way off the mark as well. Vasic, that's solid D underneath on Z. And they continue to get physical, the two bigs. Mr. Robot drops it off. Vasquez couldn't get the and one. He missed the crib, but he did draw the foul. And that is foul number 3, only foul number 3 on Princeton. Liman in the penalty, as you know, 4:24 to go. Vasquez knocks it down, and Liman's lead now at 3. Princeton could certainly use that hot hand of Craig Moore. Here down the stretch. After Carrington missed, Hummel couldn't get the follow. Now Coyets, he takes the screen, but Carrington sticking with it. The block, and it's not going to count. He didn't clear it. Didn't clear it. He was a little bit too anxious to get to the rack. But credit to him on the block. And a nice dunk, too. But won't count. Yep, he only got, you saw again, he only got 1 foot beyond that 2-point arc. Didn't lift the second one. Even better angle right here. Yep, definitely. Yeah, wasted play, though. Offensive play. The block did at least prevent a two-piece. 3:57 officially left. First of 21 wins. Liman trying to add to that lead and pick up their 8th win over Princeton. Coates couldn't hit it off the glass. So Huffman changes direction, hands it to Moore. Moore straight on 2. No. Talking about how these the Liman players they left their day jobs. You're talking about mechanical engineers. These are, some highly coveted careers that these guys have had. They left them to focus on 3x3. Same can't be said of Princeton. These guys are working their 5-day-a-week jobs and still managing to play on the tour. The true road warriors, Craig Moore and Huffman and company. 16-12. Hummel off target. Oh, Mr. Robot. All by himself. Wet. He knocks it down, and Liman with a 6-point lead. Just over 3 to play. So Liman breathing a sigh of relief. They've been playing some good ball. They've been rolling through the competition here in Mexico City. Now they find themselves with a 6-point lead over Princeton. Carrington trying to trim into that deficit. Got to make them count at the free throw line here, though. Every possession is going to count. That one does not count. Z couldn't get the mark on the first one, but he does get it to go on the second. Step back, Kovacevic. No. Still a 5-point advantage. Moore fakes the handoff. He's looking for some clear space to shoot a shot. He has to force it up. Z on the follow. He hits the deck hard, and he's still down. Yeah, but a desperation shot. Carrington trying his best to keep the play alive, and he landed hard on that right shoulder. But he's built for it tough. I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't bounce right back. And then Huffman is down too. He took a shot to the eye. Milo, Coates, back to Vasic. He got touched from out there. Too much heat on that one. Plenty of time left though, 2.5 to play. But Coates bringing his team within 2 points of winning it. Moore makes it 14-19. But Liman could end it. Black ball, I think Kovacevic lost the handle underneath. Yeah. So it'll be back over to Black. Just over 2 minutes to play in a 5-point game. Again, the last layup there from Craig Moore. But they're going to need a whole lot more than that time is not really on their side. But I do remind you, 2 minutes is still a significant amount of time. But they got to defend the perimeter if you're Princeton. No easy twos. And if they hit one on you contested, you got to live with it. But you definitely don't want to give up any wide open looks to this Liman team. They are dangerous from outside. So another scoreboard issue. But they'll be getting that corrected. And, it's photo time, apparently. Some of our entertainment crew get some shots for the gram. Tag me. Hummel going up through the contact and misses. Vasquez. What a pinpoint pass from Quates to make game point. Huffman, he connects. So the two-piece still makes it a 4-point game, and it's game point for Quates and company. As Liman eyes a semifinal berth, they put it in the most dangerous man's hands, and it is over with. 22-16, Liman. They are serious business here in Mexico City. They beat a very good Princeton team to lock down their spot in the semifinals. What a performance. What a performance from Liman. Top to bottom, 1 through 4. They get it done. And how good is it to see Mr. Robot Stefan Stojic is back on the 3x3 World Tour.